Hello, welcome to Meditation for Misfits. Today I'll be guiding us through a mindfulness meditation. Mindfulness is all about accepting where we're at. This is a practice, and it can be challenging at times to accept where we're at. It can be challenging to accept things as they are. And I say this because I've had my fair share of experiences not being able to I'll just say I think that many of us have had experiences with the seeming unfairness of the world around us. And mindfulness can be a way to help us get grounded, to help us tune in to how we're feeling, what we're experiencing, without attaching any value judgment to our whole body experience, but simply noticing as though we're an outside observer looking in on ourselves, caring for ourselves by, for a moment, detaching from thought, detaching to some degree from even physical sensation, and detaching for some degree from our emotional space. My husband just brought me some tea, which I desperately need. Some herbal tea for some grounding. So, whatever you need to do there at home, maybe you want to make some tea for yourself. Whatever you need to do there at home to find that space of groundedness, to find that space of letting go of any of the chaos around you, any of the noise around you. Closing our eyes is a beautiful way to kind of remove some distraction. You might plug in earbuds as you listen to the meditation for further detachment from anything distracting that you might hear. Unless, of course, you need to pay somewhat of attention to the space that you're in. So whatever you need to do to honor your mind, your body, your emotional space, and your spiritual space, please honor where your whole body is at, moment to moment. With that, let's get into our practice. Find a comfortable place to be in your body, seated or lying down. Let's start with eyes open to whatever degree you have access to your sense of sight. Observe the space around you. Notice the objects. Notice the colors, the shapes. Maybe there's plants in the room around you. Maybe there's pets moving about or other people in the space. Notice motion. Notice stillness. And as you look around your space, attach no value judgment. It's so easy to judge our space if there is maybe a pile of papers or some stack of unread books. your space looks like, here in this moment, we're just fully accepting everything as it is. And then feeling free to close your eyes, tune into your sense of hearing, noticing the sounds around you. Aware of any sounds distant from the space you're in. Maybe if you're in an apartment building, you're hearing neighbors, conversation, TV, music. If you're in your own home, maybe near a window, you might hear traffic. Maybe the rustling of leaves. And then noticing the sounds in your space. Here we have radiant heat, and we often hear the sound of the vents as the heat rises and comes through. Maybe you hear the hum of appliances. Perhaps you have music on. And then notice the sound of your breath. The sound of your breath in and the sound of your breath out. And then bringing awareness to your sense of smell. Observing any aromas on the air in the room you're in. Maybe you have a scented candle burning or incense. Maybe you just smell your skin or any aromas on your skin. Maybe the smell of food, cooking, or having just had a meal. You smell the lingering scent of that meal. And then here, tuning into your sense of taste. Noticing that connection between taste and smell. Observing the flavors on your tongue. Again, maybe some lingering flavors from anything you've had to eat or drink, or from brushing your teeth. Notice bitter, sour, salty, sweet. And then here, shifting your awareness to your sense of touch. Aware of the air on your skin, the coolness or warmth. Noticing the texture of your clothing, the looseness or fittedness. the softness or roughness. Observing the support beneath your body. Bringing gentle awareness to sensation through your body. Where do you feel at ease, relaxed, comfortable? Where do you sense tension, unease, discomfort? Where do you notice any pain in the body? And as you breathe, imagine sending your breath to that space of either pain or discomfort. Certainly move, adjust, shift as you need to find your most comfortable place, your most restful and relaxed place. But whatever does not relax, sending breath to that place. As you breathe in, finding a depth of breath. Imagine breathing in so that that breath goes to that place of discomfort or of pain. And then continuing to keep your mind focused on that place of pain, of discomfort, breathing out and sending that exhale to that place of pain or unease. We're not trying to change anything. We're not trying to force comfort or force ease or force rest. But we're allowing our body to surrender to whatever the breath allows of comfort, of ease, of rest. And then here, directing your attention to your mental space, noticing thoughts that you may have arrived with, or thoughts that arrive as you meditate here. Aware of any busyness or calmness of mind. Any lightness or heaviness of thought. Bring attention to resistance as or if it arrives. Notice what thoughts let go, pass, and what thoughts stay or linger. Bringing attention to the connection between thought and sensation in the body. And here, just gently saying to yourself, I am thinking. An affirmation of acceptance of thought. Knowing that thoughts are not automatically tied to identity. We are not what we think. But each thought may be simply a result of unconscious or subconscious influence. Memory. And ultimately, thinking is simply an indication that we are alive. Just as our heart beats and pumps blood through the body, just as our lungs move breath through the body. Just as our nervous system sends messages, our thoughts are not always messages telling us anything of importance. It may just be a message to indicate that we are alive. That we are alive and thinking beings. We have no obligation to hold on to thought or attach meaning to thought. We can simply let the thought exist, notice it, and to whatever degree we're able, let it go. Gentle awareness to your emotional space. Aware of any emotions that you've arrived with, or any emotions that arrive as you sit in meditation here. Are there many emotions moving through you, in you? Aware of any heaviness or lightness of emotion. And again, drawing attention to any resistance to feeling your emotions. Are there emotions arriving that make you want to laugh? Do you feel free to laugh? Are there emotions that arrive that make you want to cry? Do you feel free to cry? To whatever degree you're able, allowing yourself to kindly, without judgment, express that emotion through perhaps tears, perhaps a smile or laughter. Perhaps some movement of the body. Perhaps a stillness of the body. Maybe an open mouth exhale or a sigh. Singing a line from a song. Notice any resistance to expressing emotion. Or is it easy for you to express, to sit with, to accept, to feel, to express, and to whatever degree you're able to let go? And then aware of any connection between emotion, thought, and sensation in the body. Where can you invite more calm, more rest, or simply more acceptance? Then gently sitting here with your thoughts, with your body, with your emotions. Placing left hand over heart, right hand over left, and tuning into whatever you find of a spiritual space or a space of deep meaning, contemplation, care. To whatever degree you can, rising above for a moment that space of material, of physical, into that space of spiritual or meaningful, something beyond yourself. Maybe you think of the tree of life. Maybe you bring to mind an entity that you pray to. Maybe you simply feel the beating of your heart and listen to your breath. Bringing to mind memories of kindness and generosity that you've shared with others. And in this moment, imagining just a glow of light surrounding you, protecting you from chaos, from noise, from anything that unsettles you. The work is always there for you to do, the action, the standing up, the speaking up, the boldness, the movement. But we also need rest. To be with ourselves, to care for ourselves. To make room for the health and wellness of our physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual space. As you are ready, relax your arms, invite movement to the body. You might wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers. You might lift your shoulders up and roll your shoulders back and down, maybe turning your head from one side to the other, again, gazing about your space. And then moving forward into the rest of your evening, your day, your afternoon, wherever you're listening to this, whenever you're listening to this. If you're catching this live, thank you. And the replay, thank you. Moving forward with mindful observation into your next space, your next activity or moment of rest. Feel free, as you're comfortable, to share in the comments below what your experience of this practice felt like for you. And wherever you're catching this, whether on the Yoga Story Facebook page, LinkedIn, YouTube, or Twitch, thank you for taking time and care for your mind, body, and spirit today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. Take care of yourselves out there. Peace.